back to math with Miss Swartz. I know some of you don't have a choice, but we're here and we get to do some more integer review today. Hopefully we reminded you about addition and subtraction yesterday, and today we can move forward and add a little bit more to that to just keep adding to our knowledge and reminding us of things we've already learned. Remember, notes will need to be taken. Okay, I tried to make you aware of when you need to write things down. Maybe we worked through some of that yesterday. Hopefully we got some of the kinks out. So, quick review, addition and subtraction. Yesterday, what we talked about. We talked about same sign, add and keep. When we're adding, we talked about different signs we would subtract, and then we would keep the sign of the larger absolute value. Okay, and you have different ways you may remember that. Okay, we talked about subtraction, how we change that to addition. And then we use our addition rules, okay? But after we change addition to subtraction, we have to remember to change the sign of the following number. So hopefully the worksheet that you did, the practice we looked at, you kind of going over that video, brought back a lot of good memories, and you remember how to add and subtract integers. Today, then, we are going to look at something similar but a little different, multiplying and dividing with integers. Why are we doing them at the same time? Well, luckily for us, they're the exact same rules for multiplication and division. So we have that going for us that makes it pretty simple. We'll use green here today. So when we're multiplying or dividing, okay, we're going to just do some easy ones. 2 times 3 and negative 10 times negative 2. Okay, when we have the same sign, or if we're dividing, such as negative 49 divided by negative 7, okay, we have to remember what our signs are, because there's no special rule. We're still just multiplying or dividing. We just have to remember the sign aspect. So when we have the same sign, a way I like to remember it is if we have the same sign, so our options are plus plus or minus minus, okay, the signs agree. They agree with each other, so that makes them happy or positive, okay? So if the signs are the same, we will have a positive answer. So in all of these, I just multiplied and my answer is positive. I just multiplied and my answer is positive. I divide here and my answer is going to be positive. So what we know about the same sign, and you're going to want to write this somewhere, is that our answer is always going to be positive if we have the same sign when we're multiplying and dividing. So that leads us to the different signs. Okay, so we're going to do negative 2 times 3. 10 times negative 2. We'll just mix it up a little bit. 50 divided by negative 5. Okay, so now we have different signs. Our options are plus, minus, or minus, plus. Okay, so positive, negative, negative, positive. What happens in this case? Well, a way you could think about this is now these signs disagree. So they're unhappy. They disagree, they're unhappy, that would make them negative. Okay, so still I just multiplied. 2 times 3 is 6, but my answer is going to be negative. So 10 times 2 is 20. My answer is just going to be negative. 50 divided by negative 5. Again, I'm just going to divide. That's 10. But my answer is going to be negative. So you could say if they are different, your answer is going to be negative. So when we're multiplying and dividing, we multiply and divide like normal. It's pretty different than adding and subtracting. Integers kind of change how we add and subtract, but here we just multiply and divide our numbers. But what we're looking at is the sign. If we have the same sign, like plus plus or minus minus, our answers are going to be positive. If we have different signs like positive and negative or negative and positive, our answer is going to be negative. So I kind of mentioned a way that I remember that. If they agree, they're positive. If they disagree, they're negative. All of this here would be a great thing to have written down in your notes. So we have some more examples. We're going to breeze through these. This video will be pretty short, and you'll have some time to work on your homework, hopefully. So we got multiply on the left, divide on the right. We'll work through these. Some of them we kind of may have already done as I made them up on the spot on the previous page. Here, number 1, I have a positive and a negative, so my signs are different. I'm just going to multiply. Okay, 5 times 10 is 50. My signs are different, so they disagree, so my answer is going to be negative. Here, I have signs that are the same, a negative, negative. Okay, they agree, so my answer is going to be positive, then 15 times 3 is 45. So go ahead and try 3 and 4 by yourself. We'll jump over to division. We got negative 49 divided by negative 7. They are the same sign, so our answer is positive. They agree. 49 divided by 7 is 7. Here we have positive, negative, so they disagree. Our answer is going to be negative. And 144 divided by 12, hopefully you know it's 12. So you're going to go ahead and try 3 and 4 on your own again. So you can take that time, pause it if you need to, finish that up, get your notes checked by Ms. Swartz or another teacher in the classroom. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, and you can move on, and hopefully we remember how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide our integers.